are we going to do? Of course we're going to do it again. We got to do it. We got to do it. Okay, I need another umbrella, please. Okay, Irma's coming. Before we lose everything, we're going to go 90% at the store. That's right. Cash flow, to hell with it. We're going to bleed out before we drown. I met an Irma once. I knew an Irma once, and she was a miserable. Okay? Come get it. Come get it all. Come get it all before Irma steals it all from us. Irma! Irma's coming! Hey, seriously, you know, I know that these storms can be very, very serious. A lot of people get hurt in them. We just left Houston. Hope nobody gets hurt. Hope you find dry ground, find some high ground. God bless everybody in Miami, everybody in the what is it called? The cone. Be safe, stay safe. God bless y'all. Take advantage of my 90% though. That's a real deal.
Guys, welcome to the Wednesday at Cardone University, Cardone On Demand Mastermind. My name's Steve. We're coming to you live from the 305 where we got Hurricane Irma coming in hot, ready to come up here, make a mess out of things. So, what's that mean for you? Big hurricane sale right at grantcardone.com, guys. Go there. You just seen the video. Grant Cardone, he's going crazy. He says, hey, listen, man, if this place floods out, I don't want to lose all of our books. I don't want to lose all of our t-shirts, our hats, anything. I don't want to lose any of it. So there's a 90% off sale at grantcardone.com. So guys, go there, take advantage of the hurricane sale. Go there at grantcardone.com. But today, guys, listen, if you want to call into the show, we're going to answer your problems, your challenges, everything that's happening. So if you want to call in, number 305-865-8668. That's the number. So guys, call in. I'm going to handle any of your problems, any of your challenges, anything that you guys are dealing with. Maybe you're having your own hurricane problem right now. Maybe you live somewhere else, but you're having a hurricane with your pipeline right now and you're trying to fill it up, man. How do I get some people in my pipeline right now so that way I can get some deals? I need some money right now. So what I want to do is help you out. So if you got a pitch, a problem, a challenge, an objection that you keep getting hammered with, I want you to give me a call and we're going to get it handled for you. So that number, guys, 305-865-8668. Give us a call. Today, what I want to talk about is the do-nots. The do-nots. The do-nots. Man, if I would have known earlier on in my career the things, what not to do, it would have been cool because I never would have done them, right? Your mom ever tell you the things not to do and you just didn't do them and then you didn't make those mistakes? Okay, that's something I wish I would have known. So by the time I got the Grant Cardone's training and I started going through things where he said, listen, here's what not to do. Definitely don't do this. And then here's what to do. Really helped me out big time. Okay. So you guys are getting your pitches together. You guys are getting your word tracks together, your fact finding training, everything that we talk about here every single week. You guys are getting it all together, getting it right. Okay. Let's talk about some of the things that salespeople do that, man, you don't want to do. It's going to crush you. Particularly what I want to talk about is going to be inside fact finding. So if you guys go anywhere, man, you go anywhere. You go to a car dealership, you go to a furniture shop, you go to anywhere, man. You go anywhere to buy anything, man. What are they asking you? Real estate agents, man. Real estate agents do this a lot. Hey, what's your budget? Tell me your budget. Tell me your budget. Okay, what's your budget? What can you pay? How much money are you going to put down? If I get the figures right today, you going to buy? Dude, bad freaking questions. Terrible questions. Don't ask those, right? I actually want to show you a video inside the program that has a lot to do with just a giant list of the things not to say. So when you guys go inside sales process right now, what Grant's talking about is he's like, hey, listen, first I'm just going to tell you all the things not to say, and then I'm going to tell you why. And so when you guys go inside fact finding, what happens is he's got all these segments right here with what to say, what to do, how to keep people off the wrong product, how to get clues from the last purchase. So important in almost every single industry. So important to find clues. People don't buy based off previous experiences, right? So, but then it gets down into this one right here. So it's questions not to ask. Questions not to ask right here. So I want you guys to go in here, go inside this part of the program, check out the questions not to ask. That way you know what to say. So some of those questions are going to be this. Hey, what's your budget? That's probably one of the biggest things that people always ask. Here's the problem. Okay, because if I walk in somewhere and I want to buy something, like let me give you an example. Like my realtor, whenever I remember 2 years ago, I was looking at a place, man. I call him up. I said, hey, I'm ready to move. I got a place to go. Here's what I'm willing to go to. Do not take me over that price whatsoever. I told him what my budget was. Okay, I told him, I said, hey, here's my budget. Don't take me over that price. Don't do it, dude. Okay, don't do it. I know what you're trying to do. Don't do it. Okay. So he sends me back the next day. Hey man, I got 4 places I want you to come take a look at. Can you meet me today? Okay. He had obviously been training on Grant Cardone sales training. Okay. He knew. Go right in for it. Okay. Don't pay attention to the budget yet. Go into the deal. Show them what they want. And this is after he fact-finded, by the way. He found out, well, what's important to you? I was like, dude, I live in Miami. I gotta have a view, man. I gotta have that view, dude. I gotta have the view. It's gotta be nice. It's gotta be legit. I like tile floors. I like that stuff, man. I like that new modern look. Okay, I want to be able to bring people back to my place. Okay, he fact-found. He found out, and he's like, well, where are you living right now? I'm like, dude, I live over here in this freaking little studio. Okay, this little ghetto studio, dude. I'm not doing this again. Okay, I'm not doing this again, man. I can't do this again. So he found out what I didn't like, what happened previously, went back to the scene of the crime. How does this guy typically buy? Okay, what's he used to? What's going to be the most important thing? And then guess what? He goes and shows me a place. The first place we looked at was over 25% higher. It was actually over $1,000 more a month than what I told him. Hey, dude, don't ever show me anything above this number right here. The first place was over $1,000 at that. Okay, and it ended up. Guess what? I got sold. Why? It had all the real things, and I live in America, man. I don't live on a budget. Okay, so we're going to talk more about that and the reasons why you don't want to ask those questions to set yourself up. So no matter whether it's real estate, whether you're in car sales, whether you're trying to talk about a lease, I'm going to tell you guys different things that I've experienced and been successful with. But I want to go ahead and take a caller right now that we got. Joshua in California. I got Joshua calling from California. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing unbelievable, man. What can I help you out with today?
Hey, Steve, I have a question, man. Look, I do insurance. I sell insurance policies. I'm an insurance broker here in California.
Yep.
And, when we sell insurance here, in order for us to get paid, we're on commission, best thing in the world. We charge what's called a broker fee up front, right? So we give premiums from these insurance companies to people.
Okay.
And for us to shop around multiple insurance companies, they pay us a fee.
Okay.
A lot of people have a hard time paying the fee. The down payment's too high. I just keep getting those objections. And,
well, what's the benefit to doing it, man? Why would I want to do business with you? Why would I actually want to do business with you rather than just going to somebody else I wouldn't have to pay a fee to?
Well, the reason why is because, I'm always available for you. I work long hours, weekends. Most of the insurance companies aren't open then. Not only that, but if something goes wrong with that insurance, you're stuck with that one insurance when I can shop around for you and place it with different carriers.
That's your deal, dude. That's your deal. So guys, listen, I got people ask me this stuff all the time, man. They're like, well, I don't really know why I'm different than everybody else that's out there. I'm willing to work harder. I'm willing to do that. I mean, dude, you guys can definitely say that, but you got to be able to show it too. That's why follow-up's so important. That's why follow-up is so valuable, because it shows that, hey, listen, man, I told you that, dude, I'm here every single day. That's why I follow up with you all the time, man, because I'm making sure that I'm not going anywhere. So that would be one thing. The other thing that I think you have your value on, dude, is time. Time is the most important thing for you. So for me, with my insurance, dude, I want to get the best deal. I know that I can shop a million different insurance policies out there. There's so many out there, dude. I get it. I know that there's so many else that's out there. Okay. Now, when I call up one of the insurance companies, what I got to do, man, is I got to submit my information. I got to go through a call process with them. They got a big, long script, word track deal to go through that they've got to send me through. Then they got to get the quote. Then they got to figure out what all types of insurance I want. Then they got to ask me for their upsell. Okay. Then I got to say, okay, well, man, I did that. That was 30 minutes out of my day. Now, how many more of these do I want to do? So then I just basically submit to the guy who did it in the first place. But then at the end of the day, I know I didn't get the best deal. The value that you bring to the table is that, dude, I don't ever have to do that. So yeah, there's a little
Yeah.
bit of a fee, but that fee is so that you get the best insurance. Okay. So probably the difference in the insurance that you're going to pay rather than me shopping all the best places, make sure you get the value, a little bit of that premium that comes to me. That makes sure that I can take care of you forever. Let me tell you when else this helps you out. So premiums come up every 6 months. You guys want to talk about this. You want to talk about people being your clients. So I'm going to tell them, listen, in 6 months, in 12 months, in 18 months, in 24 months, in 30, whatever months. Lost track there. But what I want to say is this, dude, every single time these come up, I'm going to be the one shopping for you. So there's a little bit of a premium to make sure that you're getting the best deal with the best coverage, with the best information. Okay. Because I know you don't have time to go out there and shop all 52 different options that we have here in the state of California. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you and make sure you get the best deal and make sure that you're always being taken care of.
Hey, Steve, are we live? Because I would like to play this back to my team here.
We are live, dude, and I would love for you to engage your team.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And we record these guys and we drop them back inside. So listen, what I would do, man, is I would go back, I'd take a look at it. Man, dude, the value of time, guys, is so important. That's what salespeople don't understand. So like for me that I know that, dude, like when you do a deal with me, dude, you got to fill out a contract. You got to do a deal. You got to stop your day. You got to launch your people. Okay. Man, but I know that my value add, because dude, I got 15 other sales guys in there. I got thousands of other sales trainers out on this planet. Dude, I know that, listen, man, I want to make it easy for them. I send over the contract halfway already filled out, man. It's already sitting teed up ready for all he has to do is really initial it. I make that easy. I let him know, listen, man, it's going to be the easiest rollout ever. I know your time's valuable. Okay. I know a guy like you. Wants all the time in the world to continue doing what you do best because you don't have time to shop for insurance. Let me do that. That's what I do. I shop for insurance. I know the best deals. I know how to help you out and make sure that you get the best premiums. That way you're not overpaying for things that you don't need to pay for. I'm the guy who does that. So there's a little bit of a premium that comes along with that, man. But dude, you always want to take care of the guy who takes care of you. You know what I'm saying? So dude, drop it in there, man. Continue drilling on the Cardone University. Hey, is your team doing 6 segments every single day?
Yeah, you know what? We have this new girl here, and she's zoned in, man. She does the Grant Cardone every single day, and we do it together. We role play, and we're headed to the top.
That's awesome, man. Hey, listen, I want you guys to this week focus on go back, revisit 10x goals. I want you guys to set 10x targets right now. How many deals do you need? Okay, whatever income you think you're going to make this year, I want you to 10x it, and then I want you to start going for that number every day relentlessly. Start paying attention to that monster number, and you guys are going to get through a lot of people. You guys are going to get a lot of good clients, and focus on big targets, man. I want you guys to revisit 10x, all right? Let me know how that works, man. Give me a call back next week.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you. Guys, we got another caller calling in. If you want to call in right now, give us a call. It's 305-865-8668. The number 305-865-8668. Okay, 305. So, guys, listen. Back to the questions not to ask, man. You don't want to ask those questions about price, budgets. Here's another question. Okay, you ever have anybody shop you and actually say, hey, man, I can get a better deal down the street? Okay. A do not ask question is, well, they told me that they would actually, asking them, well, how much did they tell you they'd sell it for? Why don't you want to do that? You're literally forcing them back into a corner and making them lie. You say the wrong things that make people lie. Well, what are they charging you? Oh, really? Well, what numbers did they give you? No, dude, don't do that. We always say, hey, listen, please keep that information to yourself. Okay. It'd be unfair. What I want to do is I want to show you our value. And listen, if what we show you doesn't exceed the value and the price, we would never expect you to do business with us. Okay. I want to be certain of our deal. I want to make sure that, listen, man, dude, don't tell me anybody else's price, dude. I don't need to know that. Keep that private, man. I don't need to know that information. Here's another question not to ask, man. Hey, how's it equipped? Hey, man, we got the same bedroom set down the street. It's a little bit cheaper. Okay. Dude, don't ask, well, how's it equipped? Yeah, no, hey, Totally got it. I get it. I've actually seen their model down there. Thank you. They got a great model, by the way. Okay. What I want to show you is our product. I want to give you all the price, payments, options. Okay. Let me make sense of the money. That's my job. If I can't make sense of you doing business with us, I would never expect you to do business with us. Okay. I would actually encourage you to do business with somebody who you felt comfortable with. Is that fair enough? Okay. Easy enough, fair enough. These are the questions, guys. You don't want to ask questions that kill you at the beginning. Okay. I'm going to take another caller. Jake, how's it going? Jake, what's happening? Atlanta.
What's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing today?
Good, man. Preparing for Irma, just like you guys, I bet.
Dude, I love Irma.
I know.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
Irma got the juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, we're having a big hurricane sale because of Irma, man. A lot of people are going to benefit from it. So, hopefully everything's good, man. I'm hoping that everything's good. So what can I help you out with?
So we're a small company. We sell waterproofing membrane for tile showers. They go behind tile and stuff. And we're also getting into the tile flooring industry here. So my main question is I'm pushed, since we're small, we've just been doing online marketing. We're only online. We don't have a storefront. We don't have any of that.
Yep.
And we've been relying on just marketing, and so I wanted to change and start go towards sales, and that's why I'm jumping into you guys and stuff like that. So one of the things that I'm trying to create right now is a little bit more of my positioning with cold calls, with targeted cold. We are basically the exact same as our big-time competitor. We've copied everything after it because the model really works.
Yep.
Lifetime warranty, great product, but we are just cheaper.
Yep.
That's the differentiator. And so I'm trying to figure out how do I position that call of, hey, we're the same thing but cheaper.
Yeah.
Or same thing, better price.
You're better. Yeah, better deal.
Call me back.
Better deal. I like the better deal thing better. It just kind of sounds better. Like cheaper just is like for me personally, like dude, I just don't want stuff that's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to. Which is I'm actually glad that you brought that up because it kind of touches on the topic we're talking about, things not to say. So maybe you could So again so a better deal, but. Go ahead. So you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I start getting business? We got the same deal. We just price-wise, we can do it a little bit better because we're a smaller company. We got less overhead, blah, 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 blah. You got all that. Yep. Let me ask you this, though. Like, what challenges are you running into?
Honestly, we're just really getting into it. I've only been on the phones with my kind of warm market from our contractors who already are with us, who already use us.
Yep.
We've got about 300 nationwide, and maybe 10% of them buy frequently. So I know I got to hit those guys, but I'm looking to. We're trying to expand it. So,
let me ask you this. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to start breaking up your list of prospecting, of like who you're actually going to prospect to. So number one, I would start with anything warm. Anything warm, I would definitely start with. So if you've got people that you already do business with, let me ask you this: like when you already do business with them, is there room for second sales with those people, or extended contracts, or?
So tile contractors, it's their job to go in and replace and remodel your bathroom every single day. So it's constant repeat. One contractor buys from us probably 3 times a day for a different shower every single day. We can get them all there. And I think and those guys are already familiar with me because we're a small company. There's 3 of us.
Yep.
And I've been doing this for 3 years of all the support, email, like everything. It's been me. So they're all familiar with me, so I know I have that leg.
Yep.
And I guess what I was more looking at is the competitors. They literally have the list of every single one of their contractors.
Yep.
Right there for me to Google and find. So
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a stat right away. I'm gonna give you a stat. So if you're taking notes, guys, if you're taking notes at home, write this down. Look, 91% of all customers. So this was done from a sales study. 91% of all customers said that they were willing to give a referral when they enjoyed the experience. Like they were willing to give a referral. They were willing to say, hey, you know what, man, I had a really good experience with that guy. I would actually tell somebody about him. Okay. That same study, 91% were actually willing to give the referral. That same study showed that only 11% of salespeople were actually asking for the referrals. So
Yeah.
if I were you, man, what I would do is I would definitely do this. I would start with that market. I would call those people up. I would ask them, hey, listen, man, we're excited to be working more jobs this week. Definitely can't wait to get to those jobs, man. But hey, I was asking you because we had some openings. Who else do you know that we could call to build up a partnership like we have with you?
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to ask
Yeah.
them for referrals. Cause like, dude, this guy, this contractor, dude, he knows other people. He knows other contractors, right?
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
all work. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So here's what he's going to tell you, by the way. Here's what I
Uh-huh.
want you guys to know. So when you guys ask for those referrals, dude, you need to ask for the referral the right way. So on the topic today of what not to say, I want to go in here. I want you guys to, John, if you want to show my computer right here, if you guys go into follow-up, inside follow-up right here, there's the mistakes of follow-up. Guys, we talk a lot about the mistakes because we don't want you to make them. Okay, when you go into mistakes of follow-up, all the way down here at the bottom, Grant Cardone's going to talk to you about how to ask for the referral. So it's really important for you guys to go in here because he's going to give you the do's, the don'ts, what to say, how not to say it, right? So he's giving you an example right here of what not to say, saying, hey, man, don't ask it this way. Here's how you want to ask it. Who do you know that would benefit from a product or a service like this? Or if I was in the gentleman's case right here, I would ask him, hey, man, who do you know who would benefit from a partnership like this? And I would call it a partnership, dude. I would load it up, man. I'd say, hey, man, listen,
Yeah.
who do you know who'd benefit from a partnership like this, man? I know we got a good thing going. I would resell this guy all the time. Every time I talk to him on how good your guys' relationship is, how awesome it is. And I'd call him, hey, man, who else do you know who would benefit from a partnership like this? And then he's going to tell you this, and I guarantee he's going to tell you, he's going to say, well, you know, I don't know anybody right now, man, but you know, I'll definitely think about it, or I'll tell somebody. And this is where you need to go in, dude. This is where you either believe in yourself or you don't believe in yourself. This is the difference between somebody who trains and somebody who doesn't train. The guy who does the training automatically knows what to say, what to do, and can just fluently say, now, I know you don't know anybody right now, but if you did know somebody, who do you think that'd be?
Yeah.
You know, give me an answer, man. You know somebody, man. And listen, come on. Do you care about my success? Let's be real, man. We've been partners for 3 months now. Okay. Who do you know? Who do you know? Give me somebody, man. Give me somebody, man. So, you know, really ask the guy, sell him. Okay. I guarantee he comes up. He's like, oh yeah. You know what? Actually, I do know somebody. Yeah, dude, you knew somebody in the first place. But he just wasn't thinking about it, so it's not his fault. It's your fault for not digging into it, right? So that's what I would do first, man. Is really I would start with the people who like you first, and then I would make a list of, okay, well, dude, who'd change my business right now? If we did business with them, who would change my business right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hit the referrals from our current contractors who already know like the product, want to keep using it.
Yep.
And then go to my competitors' full list of my full cold targeted leads that they just gave me right there, and then start hitting those after I've already exhausted
Totally.
my current.
Totally. Or
Okay.
what? Yeah, I would definitely do that. But here's what I would do, man. I would sit down. I would dedicate time. So there's only one way to get what you
Separate it.
want. Yeah, there's only one way to get what you want in this world, dude. 10x, man. 10x action. So you know, you might have 10 clients. And you hammer all 10 of those clients, dude, you're going to get one referral, dude. You need to be thinking about, dude, I need to ask these guys every single week, man. And every time I talk to them, hey, man, hey, thanks for the job, man. Really appreciate the business. I mean, you keep food on the table at my house. Who else do you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Next week when I see him, hey, John, what's up, brother? Hey, man, dude, love doing these jobs with you, man. Dude, this is awesome. Dude, I've never appreciated a partnership more than this, man. Who else do you know who'd want to do this with me, man? You always got to ask it, because Grant says this, guys. If you don't have always, you end up with nevers, and that means if you don't always do it, you'll never do it, and you'll never get it. And that's why 11% of salespeople ask for referrals, and they don't ever get referrals. So that's what I would do. And also, man, what I would do is I would do this. There's a program inside here called prospecting.
Yeah.
And it has to do with calling warm leads. It actually helps you set your expectation. It helps you learn the tips, right? Like, you want to have the right words when you call people up. Like, dude, there's really only one reason to call somebody, that's to get a deal. But like, what do I actually say rather than just calling up and saying, hey man, this is Steve. I just want to call to see if you buy my product. You know, like, dude, I need to actually know what to say. I need to know what to do. I also need to know how to build up a list, right? So like, where do you get lists? Like, why would I even call some of these people? How would I get deals from people that I already know? And maybe I'm a new business, like everybody knows contractors, right? So those people know some people, but it's going to require. So what I would do, man, if I were you, 10X actions, definitely think about that. I would also put in a lot of phone calls per day, man. So good luck with that. Let me know how it's going, man, because I'd love to know where you're at next week and like what successes you had over this past week, but also know like where you're at so we can maybe try to start tweaking some things, because then there may be another program in here that would help you out, like follow-up. Dude, there's a whole strategy. There's a whole strategy. Let me give you a trick before we get off here, man, just because I like you. I like it, man. If you go into follow-up right here, all the way down at the bottom, there's a whole program right here called Advanced Strategies for Follow-Up. Okay.
Boom.
Dude, this is gold. So like, guys, if you're ever trying to figure out how to fill up your pipeline and you're like, dude, I've exhausted everything. Okay. Get in here, get crazy, get weird, not too weird. Get a little bit crazy, man. I mean, when was the last time you guys, sent somebody a chocolate boot? Or when was the last time, man, you bought some Grant Cardone sales socks, sent it to a guy and said, John, it's Steve over here, man, just trying to get my foot back in the door. Thought these might do the trick. Okay.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah, dude. Hey, how committed are you, man? How committed are you guys? So look we've got the strategy. Obviously, you've already raised the flag and said, hey, man, I'm on Cardone University, dude. I'm totally committed to my success. And, now getting in there and always checking that material out to help you, man, is gonna be the best. So thank you for calling in, man. Let me know how it goes.
I will. Appreciate it. Take care.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. So look, guys, even on today's topic of what not to say, we covered a couple things. So another thing of what not to say on referrals. If you know anybody, send them my way is the weakest thing I've ever seen. Okay? And it's weak, man. Even when you get done, you walk away and you're like, dude, that was so weak, man. I hope that guy didn't give me a referral, dude. I'm just embarrassed now. Okay. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So look, learn what not to do. So you'll notice in every single category. So no matter what you're having problems on, look, man, start with, hey, what are the fundamentals of this one problem I'm having? Okay. What are the fundamentals? Okay. So I'm gonna give you guys a trick of what to learn. Number one, when you're trying to figure out how to master a subject, start with the fundamental of it first. Start with the fundamental first. I'm gonna keep saying that, guys, so you get it. So when you get that, let me give you an example, by the way. Let's go to theory of closing. So we're talking about a couple different things right now. Okay, when we go into, most people have a lot of problems with closing. I mean, a lot of problems with closing. If you ask most salespeople, hey man, what's the hardest part about your job? Closing. Okay, well, get in here, learn the fundamentals, learn the theory part about it, the theory of closing the deal. I mean, there's 11 segments that I should probably get really familiar with. I should probably know these better than anything else that's out there if closing's my problem. Then what I want to know is, hey, dude, what should I know not to do? Okay. 10 reasons closers fail. That's why we're over here talking to you guys about the mistakes. If you know the mistakes, you're aware of them. So that way you don't have to make them. And then it starts getting into the rules and the strategies. So I got another caller. He's calling in.
Yep, you got Jason in Texas.
I got Jason in Texas. Jason, how you doing?
Good. Gonna mute my.
What's up, man?
Good.
What's up, man? What? Hey,
I am excited.
dude, I'm excited to have you on, man. This is awesome. What product or service do you sell?
I sell fitness, sell weight loss training here in San Antonio, Texas, and we're looking for to hire somebody basically to do this full time. I'm doing it in between clients. I just wanted to see what would you recommend would be a good way to hire a salesperson, like a good starting kind of package for somebody.
For like money wise?
I understand. Yeah, money wise, and because
okay,
I know I probably have to cover them for
totally
a few months. Yeah.
Totally. Guys, listen, here, this is a great question. The guy calling, he's like, hey, listen, man, I'm trying to grow my business right now, trying to do some things to expand. How do I use Cardone University to help me out? If you're on our enterprise account, we've got a hiring program in there that has got some data on it. But if you don't have it and you just have Cardone University, totally fine. Let me show you what this guy needs to have. Number one, 10X rule on everything. 10x rule. Most people, when it comes to hiring, is they don't do enough. They don't talk to enough people. So when you want to start prospecting and you start thinking about, well, dude, who do I actually need to look for when hiring somebody? Well, go to the program. So when I go inside here and I click inside this program called prospecting, I'm in the first stages right now. So you're still in a sales position, man. You're selling people right now on to come to work for you. Why? Because you're going to need somebody to sell them to work for you if they actually are somebody you want to work for you, man, because they're probably going to be good. They're probably going to be quality. You're going to need to have the high points of your company, but where do you start the prospecting stage? And this whole program right here. So if you're doing 6 segments every single day, you'd get through this portion in less than a week. Okay. So in 2/3 of a week, you'd have this portion done, and it's going to teach you how to create a list of actually people to call. So that way you can start making the list of like, dude, who's in my power base? Who's people that I know that I do business with? So that way when you like call and you start talking to people, like activity breeds opportunity. Okay, if you're taking notes, write that down. Activity breeds opportunity. So obviously when I call somebody my power base, that's somebody that I know, probably like a friend, family member, somebody that maybe I know from school, somebody that actually knows me. Like, right. I'm not calling them to have them work for me. I'm calling to talk to them. Hey man, dude, you know how well I'm doing over here. Who else do you know who would want to have a situation like this, or actually have an opportunity to be able to come work? I'm looking for high quality candidates. The great thing is that they might know somebody that they're going to say, hey, you know what, dude, I actually do know somebody. My cousin's been looking for a job. She's working at this company XYZ. She doesn't like it there. She's kind of capped out on income. And so what should I tell her? And that's where you can go into a sales pitch. Okay. And at that point, guys, you need to think 10x rule. Think with talking to a lot of candidates before you pick that one person. If you hire the first person you talk to, it's probably not going to be the right fit. I guarantee it. And so the next thing that you're going to go into is this. This is where when you're hiring and you're interviewing people, dude, it's a sales process. It's a sales process because you want to make sure that they're sold on you and your company. Mm-hmm. And in while you're fact finding, you can figure out, okay, well, dude, what questions do I ask these guys? What questions do I need to ask them to figure out, okay, well, I'm trying to sell them on, yes, I want them to come work for here, but I'm also trying to figure out, hey man, is this dude going to be a freak? Is he going to be a weirdo? Am I going to bring him in here? You're going to cause me a bunch of problems. And so you want to try to figure that out. Sales process right here might be a good place to start, because inside sales process, it's got every single step. It's got all the fact finding. Use all these skills right here. So all the fact finding is like, hey, figure out the what, the why, the how. Figure out what they're going to be doing. Figure out why they're even taking the interview, and figure out how they're going to make it work. So the questions I'm going to be asking a guy is, hey, listen, let me ask you, what are you going to be looking for in your next job? Tell me about the last boss that you had. Okay. Why do I want to ask that? Dude, I want them to actually tell me, hey man, tell me about your last experience. Tell me about your last job. What happened there? Because if they're going to be critical of their last job, if they're going to be like, oh, my boss this, my boss that, dude, they're going to be critical of you.
Yeah, I hate that.
So pay attention to the questions that you ask, and really, it's the same thing as a sales process, man. Ask questions that you know you're going to get an answer that helps you. So I'm going to be asking them, hey, let me ask you. I mean, you already have a job right now, right? If they don't have a job, that might not be somebody that you want to hire. Just saying. I mean, I'm just saying, not everybody who doesn't have a job right now is not. It's not saying that they're not good, but you've got to ask that. Hey, well, why don't you have a job right now? I mean, how long have you not had a job? Is it been 3 months, 6 months, 8 months? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to tell you a lot more about that person, right? Or what you could ask them is start moving into, hey, listen, tell me about your dream position. Okay, tell me about what you would want to do for my company. Tell me about how you can help me out. That way, let them puke on you. Let them tell you everything. They will tell you everything, by the way. Okay, you just have to ask a couple questions, and then you got to be like, really, tell me more about that. And then they really puke all over you, and then you're like, whoa, dude, I know more than I even needed to know, which also told me that, dude, this guy's not the right deal. And I'm glad that I found that out now before we were 6 months into a partnership and I couldn't even get rid of them, right? So that's where fact finding teaches you everything about them. Or you're finding out, hey, dude, ding, 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 ding. This guy's a freaking major player. I really want him to come here. He's a rock star new hire. Okay. Now I got to shift into presentation mode, which is also inside the program. Dude, I want to super freak a presentation during a hiring, man. I'm trying to sell the guy on, dude, coming here is going to be the best opportunity ever. Right? It's going to be unbelievable, man. We provide you with an unlimited option to make as much money as you want to. Okay. Let me ask you, how much money do you want to make this year? Is a great question to really figure out how much they think. Because if you got a guy who's like, dude, I'd love to make 40 grand this year, dude, and you're probably like, okay, well, man, the guy's probably never made 40 grand before. He's probably made like 25. Tells me a lot about him. Tells me a lot about maybe the skill sets he already has.
And how do I know, like, exactly about the skill set? Like, obviously most people are going to say, I love cold calling or have experience doing it. How do I know, like, if that person's going to be a right fit for cold calling? Because I'm assuming most people that I talk to have never done it before.
Great question, man. Great question. Ask them, have you done cold calling before?
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't mean that even if they haven't done it, doesn't mean that they wouldn't be good for it. I had never done cold calling before I did cold calling. At some point, dude, there was a time in my life when I had never done this before. Okay, there was a time in my life when I'd never rode a bike before. Okay,
right.
so there's these things. So these questions all come together for you to make an educated decision on the deal. So being able to ask them, have you ever cold called before? Yeah, I have. Excellent. How many calls were you making per day on average? Well, man, we were making like 12 or like 18 cold calls a day. Doesn't really qualify you as somebody who has actually cold called before. I would actually not qualify that person as somebody who's experienced in cold calling, right? I would ask them about their experiences. Oh, well, tell me about the hardest part of your job. The last job you had, what was hard about it? Why aren't you a millionaire? Tell me about your last job. What held you back from being successful in your last position? What do you hope this next position allows you to do that your current position's not doing? Okay, guys, these are all sales questions, by the way, that you should be asking your clients in the fact-finding stages. I think every week I talk about fact-finding, and it's because it's so important to really get somebody to get to a point where they're saying, you know, this is what happened, this is what I did, this is how we were doing it, because it helps them, guys. It helps them either, one, say, you know what? When I did that, that was great. Like when I cold called before, that was great, but I'm just looking for a better position to make more money in cold calling. Like I love cold calling. It's kind of my deal, right? If I'm asking a guy who's buying a brand new car, how do you buy? And he tells me, hey, listen, man, dude, last time I leased 36 months, man, loved it. It was great. Probably gonna do the same thing. That's important for me to know. Or the other way of it, the fact-finding questions are so important because I asked the guy, have you ever cold called before? No, I haven't. You know, but I'm interested. I was making cold calls, asking them to find out, hey, what held you back from being really successful at your last job? Well, man, they actually wouldn't let me call all the current clients. That tells me a little bit about the guy. Dude, the guy actually wanted to call people. Or if I'm in a sales process, asking my client that, I'm trying to pitch him my deal, finding out, hey, what are you doing right now? You know, how'd you buy the car last time? Dude, we paid cash for it. That was stupid. I will never do that again. Guess what? I'm probably not going to show the guy right away. Probably not going to show him the cash option. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the things that you want to find out because it tells you how to present the product or the job or the position or whatever the case may be, man. So dude, great questions today. I really appreciate you calling in with those because those are really good because I think every company out there is always looking for great people. You have any other questions? Anything else you want to ask to add to that?
Just pay structure, if you want to touch on that. I don't know if you have any insight.
Yeah, you know, one thing that I always look at is, you know,
I guess just starting salary, I guess is what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah, starting salary? Well, what do you think they should make?
I'm thinking I'm going to have to pay at least like $4,000 per month for 3 months.
Good. I like that.
Until they start, you know, producing.
I like that. And I'd give them quotas, action quotas. So you come to work at our company, dude, I get it. The sales processes are like a little bit longer. So we give you like a little window like that where you've got to produce. You've got targets every single day to hit. You've got to make 200 phone calls every single day with 4 hours of talk time just because we have the technology to count that. So if you don't have that, no problem. You need to find out, hey, dude, how can I hold these people accountable so that way they can actually hit those targets? Because I'll tell you this, guys, they'll never get to where you want them to be or where they want to be without action. The 10X rule applies everywhere in every single part of your life. If you're not getting what you want, dude, 10X rule has all the answers to that. And so for a guy coming in who's brand new, he's in non-existence with the planet at this point, he's going to have to start putting in a lot of action. I'd say, listen, man, I'm going to give you a base salary right now with the option to get commission. Here's what the commission breakdowns are. You can make as much money as you want here. Here's what I'm going to require, though. When you come to work for my company, you make 200 phone calls every single day. Okay, because I'm not worried about him being good right now. I'm worried about him making activity, because at the end of the day, dude, if at the end of 3 months he wasn't good, dude, he promoted for you for 3 months for 12 grand. You know what I'm saying? And the next guy that you bring in, you know what I would do? I would actually have that guy follow up all the people that guy called before, because he'd been promoting to him for 3 months.
All right.
Okay. Great questions, man. Really appreciate you calling in. So
Thank you.
guys, listen, every Wednesday we're coming to you live from the 305, just so that way we can help you out. And so this week we talked about what not to do, what questions not to ask. So the program is just filled with tons of questions like that. I mean, and another thing that even reminded me of this was this morning. So I tell you guys, look, every month I train on the personal finances program, and it's because I need to continue thinking about how to create wealth. And the reason why I do that every month is because I want to go back to recheck myself, like, you know how much money you have, but Grant says, look, dude, go look at your money every single day, dude. You're not going to get more of it until you start looking at it and start confronting what's actually there. That's why I do that training every single month. So even in personal finances, I'll even show you right here. We cover the money mistakes. Okay, so the mistakes, guys, are really important. If you had a list of all the rules and what to do, and then you also had a list of all the mistakes, man, your awareness on sales, what's happening, having a full understanding. I'm talking about, dude, like you're there in the deal, knowing everything that's going down. Customers got objections. They're trying to throw you off this way, that way. But dude, you're able to stick to your deal because you actually know. You know how to control a sales cycle. You got a great product, by the way, that you need to get in more people's hands, but you need to get the information. 6 segments every single day inside the training. That's how you're going to do it, okay? That's if you're lazy. If you're a hustler, dude, do 12, man. Do 12. How good do you want to get? I told somebody this morning. I said, he's like, well, how many should I do? I said, dude, do as many as you think, man. Do as many as you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with doing something 20 minutes per day and you think you're going to get rich doing that, dude, then go for it, man. Okay? I bet it might not get you there. I bet if you pumped out 45 minutes or an hour every single day of the right training with the right focus and learning, taking notes, and actually drilling everything out, just like what we talk about inside the program, dude, you're going to get exactly what you want to. You're going to crush it in whatever position you're at. You're going to see opportunities like nobody else sees them. And that's what Cardone University is about. So guys, every Wednesday coming to you live. Go check out grantcardone.com right now before the hurricane washes us away down here. Hurricane Irma is coming to Miami. But for us, we're getting rid of all of our products, all of our t-shirts, the hats, the sales, everything's going on sale. It's 90% off right now.
All prices are going up. Gas, water, our prices are going up.
Exactly. Okay. Gas is going up. Water's going up. Food's going up. You can't buy bananas for less than $8 right now at the store. Guess what? Our prices are going down, man. We're trying to help you guys out, trying to get your money right. Go to grantcardone.com, guys. I'm going to see you back here next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. You guys have a great week. Thanks a lot.
So what are we going to do? Of course we're going to do it again. We got to do it. We got to do it. Okay, I need another umbrella, please. Okay, Irma's coming. Before we lose everything, we're going to go 90% at the store. That's right. Cash flow, to hell with it. We're going to bleed out before we drown. I met an Irma once. I knew an Irma once, and she was a miserable... Okay? Come get it. Come get it all. Come get it all before Irma steals it all from us. Irma! Irma's coming! Hey, seriously, I know that these storms can be very, very serious. A lot of people get hurt in them. We just left Houston. Hope nobody gets hurt. Hope you find dry ground, find some high ground. God bless everybody in Miami, everybody in the what is it called? The cone. Be safe, stay safe. God bless y'all. Take advantage of my 90% though. That's a real deal.